If you're an active individual, it's especially important to fuel your body right. If you don't, you'll have low energy, poor mood, poor concentration, and even potentially hormones that are really out of whack. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about the 4 signs that you're not eating enough food for your active lifestyle. And then in a follow-up video, I'm going to talk all about reverse dieting or refueling your body after you've been under eating. So stay tuned for that, and I will link it in the end card and description box when that video is out as well. Sign number 1 that you're not eating enough food is that you're always preoccupied with food. So this can mean a variety of things, but typically it can look like daydreaming about food. You literally dream about food like you dream about a crush. You think about maybe that one specific food that you haven't had in a long time, or you fixate on foods that you don't allow yourself to have because you view them as bad. You can also get into the habit of planning what you eat. So this is not just a healthy meal planning once a week type of thing. This is no matter what you're doing, you're always thinking about what you'll have for the next meal. At breakfast, you're thinking of lunch. At lunch, you're thinking of dinner. And at dinner, you're thinking about, can I fit in that extra piece of chocolate at night before I go to bed? That type of frequency can make it really apparent that you're not getting enough food because you're always worried about when you're gonna get the next meal. And that can mean that you're restricting too much. You may also avoid or fear social interactions because of fear that you won't be able to find the food that you want there or the food that fits your diet. If you experience some of these types of thoughts, I highly encourage you to see a registered dietitian or talk to your therapist, because this can be a sign that you are veering into disordered eating or eating disorder territory. But I am not here to diagnose. That is just my 2 cents that this was one of those pivotal moments where I realized that I had an issue when I had my eating disorder, and I just want to share that with you from my personal experience. Again, this is not a diagnosis, but I will leave Nita's eating disorder screening tool in the description box if you want to check that out. Another sign that you might not be getting enough food is that you are constantly hungry or constantly fighting off the feeling of hunger. Even though we're no longer cavemen, our bodies have a primal sense of when we're being underfed. So when your body gets a sense that it's not going to get enough food, or it questions whether or not you'll get enough food in the future, then that primal hunger kicks in as a protective mechanism. So the more hungry you are, the more likely you are to eat food, and that is a positive thing. That keeps us alive, that keeps us healthy, and that keeps our metabolism humming. If we don't get enough food, our metabolism actually slows down to compensate, so we aren't burning a bunch of calories while we're in starvation mode. This was, again, a protective mechanism back in the day when our bodies were concerned with keeping us alive. This may not be as big of an issue as it was back in the day of cavemen, but it is still an issue and still something that our bodies fight for if we ever are in that position of starvation. I also want to note with hunger that there's a huge difference between being full and being satisfied. You might have had the right physical amount of food to eat or a large quantity of physical food, say a very large salad, but if you're hungry an hour later, then you might not be getting the well-rounded food or filling foods that your body craves. So if you had a big salad and you're hungry an hour later, maybe you needed to add some chicken to that salad, or a whole wheat roll and chicken to that salad with some salad dressing to really make it well-rounded with carbs, fat, and protein. Another sign that you're not getting enough food to eat is that you feel dizzy or weak during activities. And so this could be everyday activities like walking down the hall, walking your dog, or it can be during a workout or athletic event, any of those things. This is a sign that your body is not getting enough ATP or energy to fuel your brain and your body's everyday movements. Your body starts by utilizing the easy to use fuel that you get from your food. So once it burns through all of that, it will burn through your liver glycogen or your stored glucose to create energy or ATP. Then after that is all used up, then you're gonna feel that dizzy and weak feeling because your body is all out of energy. So you wanna make sure to replenish the glycogen stores that you have and also replenish your body with carbs, fat, and protein so your body is fueled and ready for that next workout or ready to just do normal activities of daily living. Another sign that you may not be eating enough for your activity is that you don't have your period. Now there can be exercise-induced amenorrhea, which means you lost your period as a result of strenuous or over-exercising, but then there can also be amenorrhea that is more so related to just not eating enough food caused by anorexia or caused just by undereating. You don't have to have a formal diagnosis to have lost your period because of undereating. Again, I want to emphasize that you don't have to have a formal eating disorder in order to experience this, but this can be a sign that your body does need more fuel in order to function properly. And you may want to consider doing some more lighter exercises paired with a couple days of high intensity exercises versus having high intensity exercises 5 days a week or 6 days a week or whatever your schedule may look like. So if any of this resonates with you, I highly recommend, again, working with a registered dietitian to work on your nutrition and your fitness goals. I work with a select few one-on-one nutrition clients, and I highly recommend you check out my page to work one-on-one with me if you are interested. There's also tons of dietitians out there that may fit your needs if you want to work on your nutrition goals and fueling your body for exercise and physical activity. Shoot me a DM if you have any questions before filling out the nutrition coaching application, and make sure to comment below any questions that you may have. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.